Oh,
All
I was
right,
gonna
my
drown for that.
dears. Oh, there's Miss Leah popping on. Yeah, girl. Hey. All right.
That's me.
Welcome to tonight's team call, you guys. I am Corey Mayo. If you don't know who I am actually not hosting tonight. Kate is gonna teach us some goodness, so
Yay.
I'm gonna mute and let her get on her way so we can get going.
All righty. So Caitlin here. You're going to hear my kid a little bit in the background, and I apologize if I have to interrupt this to tell her to do something because I am officially solo here right now. I don't know where my husband is, so we're just going to worry about that later. Okay, so tonight I am talking all about owning your journey as a coach. And this call is just as much for me as it is for you. I think this is all stuff that we all need to hear at some point in time, multiple times throughout our time as a coach, because it's so easy to get in the swing of a routine. And then it's like, oh, well, you're not really necessarily doing all of the routine. So there are basically Beachbody, Carl Deichler, who is the CEO of Beachbody, they came up with 4 vital behaviors that essentially what they say is, as a coach, if you do those behaviors consistently over time, you will see success, build your business, etc. One of them being personal development. We always want to be working on our mindset and growing, and whether you're listening to podcasts or reading, whatever it may be. So that's something that we should be doing on a daily basis. We also want to be connecting, inviting. I hope you can't hear her. She's like having a party over there. We also are going to connect, invite, and follow up with people. We are going to make connections, make relationships, and we are going to invite them to the total package, which is, of course, guided exercise programs galore, to nutrition programs, and then, of course, the accountability of being in your wellness group. Third thing is we are going to be getting people results. You aren't just going to invite someone into your wellness group, get them in there, and then say, all right, well, just do it on your own. We are their biggest cheerleader in their corner. We are there to help them basically get from point A to point B, answer questions, help them and give them that guidance. Because at the end of the day, you all as coaches, you are your most valuable asset in all of this. Yes, the programs are great, but somebody's going to enroll with you because they're going to connect with you, not necessarily Beachbody, because of course we know there's like over 400,000 coaches out there to pick from. And then the number one thing that is the most important, I've kind of gone a little backwards in the order here, is to be proof that the product works. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. A couple different facets of it. So basically what this means is that part of our job is that you need to be following some sort of exercise program from the portfolio, and you're going to be coupling it with either 2B Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix. It also means that we are going to be using some of the products in some sort of fashion. I know for a lot of you here, you're using Shakeology. A lot of us use Energize because like once you try it, there's like crack, you can't stop. And like I know for me, I originally signed up as a coach way back when because I wanted the discount for Shakeology. I tried it for I think 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, like I had all kinds of digestive issues and it made them all go away. I was like, I have to have this. So I did it for the discount. And then at the time, my husband and I, we used like those C4 pre-workout things that like make you jittery, and like the creatine stuff, and like it just makes you kind of feel like shit. And so we tried Energize and fell in love with that. And then we started using the beach bars, and we started using collagen, which now like if I break a nail, like I'm going to break a finger, like all the things. So whatever products you're using, that's part of this whole being proof that the product works. And as a coach, we have like this unique and really fun opportunity because we get to act as our own storefront. We get to show people how life-changing this total solution, the workouts, the programs for nutrition, the products, the accountability of the wellness group, we get to show people how life-changing all of this is by doing it ourselves. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you aren't doing this, your health is going to feel it. I don't know about you guys. I was super sick for quite a bit of time in February and I did not get to work out a ton, I felt like crap. So your health is going to feel it if you aren't following a program and doing all the things. But your business is sure as heck is going to feel it. Because who is going to put their faith in you and put their trust in you that these programs or these products or your accountability group is worth investing in if you aren't showing them that you too are getting improvements on it? They're not. They're just not. You know, especially because so much of our work is on social media, and I mean, it requires some serious consistency to build those relationships with people. People are suspicious, and rightfully so, because there are a dime a dozen network marketers out there that just I mean, I know you all experience them where they just like throw themselves into your messenger and it's like, hey, I have no idea who you are, but you know, I have this amazing opportunity and you should sign up with me now because you need this in your life. You know, nobody wants to hear those things because it's just pushing a sale. That's not what we are about. And I am not saying that, okay, maybe in a little bit, just a little bit. When it comes to these programs too, I don't think that it's a good idea to be, she's not going to leave me alone unless I do this. Come here. It is not something where I think necessarily that, you know, when you're doing the program that you need to be jumping around. Like if you're going to do like a week of one program and then a week of another, and then like, oh, I guess I'm not feeling that, I'm going to jump around into this. That is not, I highly discourage you from doing so. Pick a program and stick with it and be consistent with that. And the same with the nutrition, you know, don't be, I don't know what word to use, like wishy-washy with all of that. And I'm not saying that you need to be perfect. Like goodness knows I am as far from perfect, I think, as it gets, you know, but like, that's okay. You know, I continue to like food for me is something that I struggle with. And I have a lot of like emotional, mental stuff that I have struggled with. Continuing to show up and move forward through those hard times you're having, that is all you need to do. And I think I'm speaking for all of us leading coaches when I say this, that is the expectation that we have of you. We don't want you to be perfect. We just want you to show up and be consistent in whatever the journey is that you're doing. And if you do falter, just talk about it. People love that because people want to see that you're human. And what better way to show that you're human than to be like, shit's a mess right now. Here I am, showing up still. Come do this with me. Okay, so continue working on yourself physically and mentally is the name of the game here. So if you are not currently following a program, exercise and nutrition, I encourage you to do so starting tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. You get off this call, make a plan. If you need help with the plan, get with one of us. We are happy to help you with this and just start. Maybe you're going to start up 9-week control freak. That is still super hot, especially since the off the wall program just came out. MBF is still super popular. Maybe you're at a point in your life right now where those longer programs like 9-week control freak or 80-day obsession or whatever it may be, maybe those are overwhelming for you right now. I don't really care what you do. Maybe you're just going to do 21-day fix. Maybe like mentally, it's like, I just need to get like 3 weeks under my belt. That's all you need to do. Start tomorrow, do the program, be excited. That's it. Now, and I'm saying all of this knowing full well that the majority of you on this call are pretty freaking consistent with your own personal journeys. So this is definitely for the team as a whole when they do listen to the recording. You know, so many of you just finished up 9-week control freak. You're already rolling into another program or doing like an interim week and then rolling into another program. So that is amazing. And it's just testament to the accountability that this team has, because we, you know, so many of these faces that I see here, like we are all on these calls first thing in the morning, working out together, working together, doing all the things. So that's amazing. Now, getting back to the vital behavior part of it, it did say that you need to be proof that the product works. So for me in my head, that means a couple of things. Like, yes, like we need to be getting results, the physical, the mental, all those things. We also need to be sharing those results. And we need to be sharing our progress as we go along with this. If you are wanting to seriously build a business, posting a sweaty selfie on your stories and calling it a day is not going to cut it. Beachbody, and for me, I have found that this works well. Especially when I was first starting out. Beachbody, it says it on the tracker. At a minimum, we really want to strive to put 1 to 2 workout slides, like workout video clips, in our stories daily. We want to share at least one meal or snack, or talk about meal prep or something with nutrition, or I don't care, take a selfie with your shake. You want to do that at least once a day in your story. And we need including before and after progress pictures. Yes, you can in your stories, but also. And I think personally, and this relates more to Instagram than anything. I mean, Facebook and Instagram are the two big social media avenues for marketing. Instagram does have a much larger potential for business than Facebook does. When you're looking at your Instagram, those 9 squares there, those first 9 squares, when you go to somebody's page, there better be a side-by-side photo of you or a client at all times in those 9 pictures. And I'm not saying that you necessarily have to do, there are so many different options with those before and afters. You can do pre-Beachbody to now, because so many of you have done quite a few programs and you're well along in your journey. You could post that. You might, a lot of you just finished 9-week Control Freak. I'm seeing a lot of pretty freaking amazing before and afters of that program. Include those. It could be that you're just going to do a weekly progression. I ran a poll in my stories earlier asking people if they would rather see me posting weekly progressions of like what I look like from one week to the next versus like doing a big reveal. It was a resounding yes to posting the weekly stuff. And I think, I think it's so important to bring light to that, because there's so much content on social media that really disillusions people to this whole transformation thing. You see this woman that looks like she weighs 300 some pounds in the first picture, and then she has a 6-pack and looks like she weighs $120 in the second picture. And people are like, oh, well, I'm just going to do whatever she did for, 6 months and that'll be me. And it's not reality. Because so many people out there market it like, hey, enroll in my program, do it for 6 weeks, and then you'll look like this. When in reality, that person has spent years getting there. And their nutrition, anybody that you see that has like the 6-pack and the cut muscles and all that, their nutrition is like 150% on 24/7, because you're not seeing any of that without the food. So it's just not giving the people that we want to put our faith and trust in us that kind of trust. So yes, we are on a journey. Yes, we need to own our journey, but it is so important to share, you guys. And I want you to share it in a way that you're going to bring these people that are following you. I want you to share it in a way that they feel like they're on the journey with you. Help them to become invested in it. Maybe that means that you are going to start posting some weekly updates, or maybe that means that you are going to start storying a bit more about your workouts. Maybe I got myself in a really uncomfortable situation / promise with myself that I was going to start doing a live twice a week on Instagram. And one of those lives, I'm going to talk about something related to health and wellness and how that helps with, any value I have to share there. The other, I'm going to talk about business with coaching. Maybe you're going to do that. I think I've done it twice now. I think I've had 1 or 2 people listen actively while I'm doing it. But you know what? It's a start. And that's how we have to do this. We just start messy and we get in from there. All of you, we're all at different levels in this coach business, but I promise you, it doesn't matter what level you're at. It's going to get a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to owning and sharing your journey. If it's not uncomfortable, you probably need to step it up a little bit. So don't just post a workout selfie and then leave it. And don't just, the daily workout selfies and then after your 6 or 9 weeks or however long your program is, post that before and after. I mean, yes, you are going to get engagement on a post like that because people eat that stuff up. They love these transformation posts. But I can guarantee you a lot of the feedback you're going to get on doing one before and after post every like 6 to 9 weeks after you finish a program. It's going to be more like, like, atta girl, you're so inspiring. I love your journey. I can't wait to see what you do next. You're going to have a lot of people that are like fan quality, which we love those people. We need those people, and they're really fun to be around. We're looking for people who are like, hey, I've been watching you like a hawk the last 6 weeks. I know kind of what you've been eating. I know kind of what you've been doing workout wise. Like I'm ready to go ahead and do it. Make a point to share your journey so that these people are going to feel invested. And then that way it's easier to connect with them. And in addition, it's going to drastically improve your conversations with them behind the scenes when you go to invite, when you go to follow up with them, because they're going to know what you're about. They're going to know exactly what it is that you're sharing if they're watching, and it's going to make everything so much more organic. So if you're not sharing the minimum, I highly encourage you to take a step out of your comfort zone and try that this week and see how it feels. I can guarantee you're going to be getting more engagements on your stories. More people are going to be watching your stories. People are going to start engaging posts if you do a little bit more of the information out there. And so the other thing I wanted to touch on, because I kind of thought, I mean, I'm sitting here like telling you guys all these things you need to do. And then I kind of said, okay, well, let me sit back and think about when I was first coaching. And at the time, sharing, like doing my journey was one thing, and then sharing it and owning up to that on social media was another. So I was thinking of like the biggest things that kept me from that. One was time. And then the other was worrying about what other people thought. And so I'm going to touch on these two right now. While I'm talking about this, if there is something specific that you yourself struggle with, don't be afraid to throw it in the chat box, because if you're struggling with it, I guarantee somebody who's on this call right now or somebody listening to this call is also struggling with it. And I am happy to talk about whatever. So, first of all, time. I totally get, we get that. Life is crazy. Our schedules are crazy. But I tell you what, guys, it takes 2 seconds to set your phone up on a tripod and hit the record button. I literally use this guy right here. Like, it is the tiniest little freaking thing that I'm still trying to figure out how to undo. Literally, like, this is it. And then my phone goes in that thing. That's it. So I just set it up wherever I'm at and hook my phone into it. And you can either use the actual camera function on your phone, or Instagram has a great feature where you can do a hands-off thing and it'll record 4 video slides for you, 4 15-second videos. And then, you can save them as you go. That's a thing for another day. The point is here, it doesn't take but a second to record yourself working out. Now, uploading to Facebook and to Instagram, that does take time. 100% it does take time, especially when it comes to, you don't want to just throw up your workout video and leave it at that and say, oh, look, here's proof that I pushed play today. We want to, if you look at Corey's stories or Mindy's stories or Katie, Carly does it too, they're going to have captions to talk about, something. They're taking people along with them on a story through those workouts, like what they're thinking about while they're pushing play, why they didn't want to push play this morning, but they did, something that's helpful to them with the wellness group, giving these people value or inspiration. That is important, again, for the whole connecting thing. The whole point of us putting our journey up on social media is to connect with people. And then, you get into like adding locations and hashtags and all the things on Instagram. That is, again, another talk for another day. But it takes time. Music, if you want, that stuff takes time. Which food for thought, if you are going to start putting up some workout clips on stories, which I so hope you do, please, for all the love of all that is holy, put them up on Instagram. Have Instagram set up. There's a feature on it where it'll automatically save it to your phone. You can put it up on Instagram. It automatically saves to your phone, and then you can put it on Facebook. That's the way to do it as far as for efficiency. So let's say you're going to put up those 1 to 2 slides. It's probably going to take like 5 to 10 minutes, which That doesn't seem, hey, can you go over there to talk on your phone? You're really loud. Okay. Sorry guys. She listens. So 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, you know, a lot of you are awake 5 o'clock in the morning to work out. And then you have to shower and eat and get your kids up and get them cleaned up and get them fed and get them out the door and get yourself out the door. So 5 to 10 minutes in that kind of chaotic potential morning, that's a lot. So here's a thought. Maybe you're not going to post your workout videos right then and there. Maybe you have time. Maybe you go ahead and you record your stuff and you just have it saved on your phone. And then maybe you're going to share all of that later on during your lunch break, or maybe you're going to share it the evening of. When Eve was really tiny, it was very overwhelming to me to work out, record my workout, and then upload stuff to social media when she was like in that whole like little itty bitty baby stage. I was constantly just posting workouts a day late because it was easier for me to wake up in the morning when I had a little free time and post my workout from the night before. No one's going to care. Just get them up there so people can see what you're doing. And when it comes to posts, like, yes, like those take time to craft. Maybe you're going to start, like for me, I try to go ahead and craft a few posts ahead of time, maybe for like the next 2 or 3 days. That way, when it comes time for me to post them, all I have to do is tweak them. Okay, thank you. Not right now, baby. Mama's busy. That way you can just tweak them some when it comes time to put them up and figure out what picture you're going to do. And I implore you and I encourage you, when it comes to these posts and it comes to sharing your journey, posting at least once a day on both Facebook and Instagram, I think is a great place to start. So I encourage you to challenge yourself to do that if you are not already. And in a perfect world with Facebook, it is totally fine if you wanted to post there twice a day, like morning and night. The way algorithms work on Facebook, that is going to get you more traction. Instagram right now is kind of crazy. They are recommending that you post, if you're really wanting to build your following, 3 to 5 times a day, which is kind of intense. And it's not like post just to post. They want like value posts about your journey. And that's not necessarily just posts. That's like reels, lives, IGTVs. I don't say this to overwhelm you. I just say this to put that bug in your ear. Because I certainly am not posting to Instagram 3 to 5 times a day just yet. So, okay. So I think the other big reason is the whole like worried about what other people are going to think. Like that was a big thing for me. And there's 2 thought processes with that. One is, you know, the shame that you can potentially have if you haven't been super close and on top with your journey. Maybe you fell off the track with nutrition, or maybe you just fell off the face of the planet. Maybe you just haven't been on social media for a hot second. You know, you were doing your workouts and everything was great, and then gone. No judgment. It happens. The thing with shame when it comes to that kind of stuff, you guys, all that shame is a story that you tell yourself about what you think other people think of you. It's not real. So, and it's funny because people are required in that whole like equation for you to create shame in your head, but people are also part of the equation to dissipate that shame. Talk about it. Even if, you know, if you slacked on food, or if you were just gone, or maybe you're really struggling to have motivation to work out, talk about it. Tell people about it. It goes back to that whole, like, we're not perfect. We're not here to pretend to be perfect. People are really going to connect with that. The other thought that I used to have when it came to sharing my journey authentically on social media was like, seriously, what people would think, and not just people, but specifically people who I know outside of Beachbody, friends, family, like whoever. And here's the thing with that, and I'm just going to be frank here for a second, because let's say, you know, it's your mom, or it's like your judgy friend Karen or something, that they're just like, they're sitting there just watching you. They're not saying anything. They're just watching you. And sometimes they make offhanded comments, or they're like, oh God, she's really putting that up there. Or, you know, they're just kind of sitting there waiting to see if you're actually going to follow through, or sitting there waiting to see like if you're going to fail or whatever. Like, who gives a fuck is what I have to say about that. And I don't say that lightly. And I don't say that like that's an easy mindset to get to, because it's not necessarily. But do me this. I want you to envision your head right now. You can close your eyes and get to your happy place. I don't care. I want you to envision your ideal client. The person that comes in, they hit the ground running. They are just this fire in your wellness groups. They bring such an amazing energy. They're crushing their journey. They're uplifting and helping out other people in there just because they love it. Like they are just like your perfect person. Like they are somebody who it makes you excited to get up and get out there and help them. And they're eventually going to coach and do all the things. And then while we're on it, I want you to think about your ideal coach, an ideal person that's going to work with you. Somebody who has watched your journey because you're sharing it authentically and you're storing about it daily and you're letting people in on all the itty gritty little details, and they've watched you do this and they're like, I want to do this too. And they're immediately like, I want to help people. I want to get to Emerald. I want to do this. You guys are going to be linking arms and walking across the stage at Summit. You're a perfect person. Think about that person too. Now, do either of those classes of people have anything to do with your mom or the bitch Karen? No, I really wanted to say that bitch Carol. Like, seriously, Joe Exotic comes out. It was so horrible. I'm ashamed to say I watched it, but I totally did. The answer is no, you guys. Like, no. Your judgy mother-in-law or that girl that you went to high school with who just never outgrew like that, like bitchiness that, I don't know, like some high school girls, like they're just wired like that and then they don't grow up. Like those people are just there to watch you and to create some drama, and they're not worth your time. Put your blinders on and tune out the noise. Block them for all I care. When it comes to family, I am all about family, but I am also all about self-preservation and my like inner peace. If you are messing with that, if you are somebody who brings me down, I don't give a crap if you're my mother or not. I'm not going to deal with it. I mean, I will deal with you, but like boundaries, guys, freaking boundaries with this. Get out of your head. At the end of the day, those people that you're so worried about posting your workout clip in that adorable bra and that adorable like new pair of leggings you got, or posting those before and after pictures, those people are not getting up in the morning and they're not getting out there and working on your health for you or chasing after your dreams in this business for you. So when it comes to this, they just don't matter. They don't matter. If they want to be there and support you with this, great. But if they're not, separate yourself. Yes, or paying your fucking bills. Get over it. You gotta put your blinders on. I mean, I don't want to tell you to like suck it up, buttercup, but there is a toughness to our skin that we have to get with this business, you guys. So it is part of this. At the end of the day, the only person that's going to chase after your dreams is you. And when it comes to this whole coaching thing, if you aren't being proof the product works, if you are not sharing all of these amazing results and letting people in on your journey and taking them along with you, it is literally a huge block of your foundation that is missing. And your business is never, I don't say this to be mean, but your business is never going to truly take off if you aren't committed to doing both of those things. So that's all I got, you guys. Let me look in the comments here. I got fired up, y'all.
Mic drop. That's all I got. Sorry.
I've been living down here too long. Need to move.
All I gotta say is Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good timing.
Preach it, sister.
Damn it, Karen. All right, you guys, your comments are great. Okay, so does anybody else have like anything that keeps you, or basically a lot of time, or anything else that like you feel like it keeps you from getting there and just sharing what you've got. Because I do think at the end of the day, when it comes to our team, that's why I talked about that a little bit more tonight, because I do think that is a little bit more of the hiccup, more so with our team than actually, because you guys all crush. I mean, I see you all every morning. You all crush it. So if there's anything that you ever feel like you're wrapped up in your head about when it comes to sharing your journey and owning your journey through social media, don't be afraid to let us know, because Lord knows we've sought it and we've worked through it. I promise you, like Corey, as vulnerable as she gets and Mindy as vulnerable as she gets, they did not start off that way. I sure as hell didn't start off that way. It is a work in progress. And we constantly are still putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations. I was sweating bullets doing a live the other day. But you know what? I didn't die. So here we are.
Did you die?
But did you die? I'm pretty sure I said. All right. I love you all.
Amazing. You're amazing.
I love you all. It's so much
Yes.
fun doing it.
We love you too. We
Thanks for-
appreciate you.
Thanks for
Lori,
putting up with